Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the English Learning Podcast. I'm your host, Jason.
And I'm Julia, your co-host. We're so happy to have you with us today.
If you're planning to study abroad, especially in an English-speaking country like the US, Canada, or the UK, today's episode is just for you.
Yes, because in this episode, we're talking about something very important, the student visa interview at the embassy.
Exactly. We know that preparing for the student visa interview can be stressful. You might feel nervous, especially if English is not your first language.
But don't worry, we're here to help you feel more confident. In today's episode, we'll walk you through the visa interview process, common questions, and some very useful English phrases and vocabulary.
We'll also do 2 role plays to show you how an actual embassy interview sounds, one as a beginner and one with more confidence. And of course, we'll share helpful tips and mistakes to avoid.
So whether you're applying to study in the US, UK, Australia, or anywhere else, this episode will help you get ready and speak clearly during your interview.
Grab a notebook or just relax and listen in. Let's get started. All right, let's begin by understanding what the student visa interview is and why it's so important.
Yes. When you apply for a student visa, the embassy or consulate wants to make sure you're a genuine student. They also want to know if you can support yourself financially and if you plan to return home after your studies.
Exactly. The interview is usually short, around 3 to 5 minutes, but it's very important. You'll be speaking directly with a visa officer, usually in English.
And they will ask you questions like, why do you want to study in this country? What course will you study? Who is paying for your education? And what will you do after graduation?
That's right. They are checking a few key things. Are you really going to study? Do you understand your program and the school? Can you afford your tuition and living expenses? Will you return to your home country after your studies?
So it's not a test. It's more like a short conversation. But they want honest and clear answers. And they want to see if you can speak English well enough to study abroad.
Also, they look at your body language, your confidence, and how prepared you are. So it's not only about what you say, but how you say it.
Many students get nervous, but if you prepare your answers and practice speaking, you can do really well. You don't need to use big words, just speak clearly and stay calm.
And remember, visa officers are not trying to scare you. They just want to make sure your reasons are real and that you understand your responsibilities as a student abroad.
So, in short, the interview is your chance to show that you're serious, ready, and prepared for your studies in a new country.
Coming up next, we'll go over the most common questions that are asked in these interviews and how you can answer them in English.
Let's help you get ready step by step. Stay with us.
Now let's talk about the most common questions you'll hear during a student visa interview and how to answer them clearly in English.
These questions are usually simple, but it's important to prepare your answers. So let's go through them one by one. Question 1. Why do you want to study in Canada?
They want to know your reason for choosing that country. Don't just say, because it's good. Be specific.
A good answer could be, I want to study in the United States because the education system is advanced and my university has a strong program in computer science. Question 2. Why did you choose this university or college?
Be ready to explain why you picked that school. Maybe it's the ranking, location, or a special program they offer.
Example, I chose XYZ University because of its excellent business program and strong connections with international companies. Question 3. What course will you study?
Give the full name of your course and mention how it fits your goals.
I will study a master's in environmental engineering. I want to learn new methods to protect the environment in my country. Question 4. How will you pay for your education?
They need to see if you can afford to study. Be clear and honest.
My father is sponsoring me. He is a businessman and has saved enough money for my studies and living expenses. Or, I received a scholarship from the university that covers my tuition. Question 5. What will you do after you graduate?
This question is very important. They want to know if you plan to return home. So avoid saying you want to stay forever.
After I complete my degree, I plan to return to my home country and work in the health sector to improve our local healthcare system. Question 6. Do you have relatives in Canada?
If you do, just be honest. Say their relationship and location.
Yes, I have an uncle who lives in Toronto, Canada. Or, no, I do not have any relatives there.
Those are some of the most common questions. And remember, the best way to prepare is to practice speaking your answers out loud.
That's right. Don't memorize like a robot. Just understand your answers and speak naturally.
Coming up next, we'll do a role play to show you how a real embassy interview sounds. So don't go anywhere, all right? Now it's time for a role play. I'll play the visa officer, and Julia will be the student. This will sound just like a real embassy interview.
Yes, I'll try to be a little nervous but prepared like many real students. Are you ready?
Let's begin. Good morning. Please give me your passport and I-20 form.
Good morning. Here is my passport and my I-20 form.
Thank you. So, why do you want to study in the United States?
I want to study in the U.S. because the education system is very strong. Also, my university has a great program in computer science.
Which university have you been accepted to?
I have been accepted to XYZ University in California.
And what course will you study there?
I will study a bachelor's degree in computer science. I want to become a software engineer in the future.
That's great. Who is going to pay for your education?
My parents will pay for everything. My father is a doctor and my mother is a teacher. They have enough savings to support my studies and living expenses.
Do you have any relatives in the United States?
No, I don't have any family in the U.S.
What will you do after you graduate?
After I finish my degree, I want to return to my home country and work in the IT field. I want to help grow the tech industry here.
That sounds like a good plan. Have you traveled to any other country before?
Yes, I visited India once with my family for a vacation.
All right. Thank you. Your answers are clear. Please wait for the next step.
Thank you so much.
And that's it. That was a simple and realistic student visa interview.
Yes, and as you can see, it's not very long, but your answers should be clear and confident.
Coming up next, we'll talk about some useful vocabulary and phrases you heard in this role play, so you can use them too. Now let's go over some of the key vocabulary and phrases we used in the role play. These words are very useful for student visa interviews.
Yes. We'll explain each word or phrase in simple English and give you an example sentence so you can understand how to use them. First, I-20 form.
This is an official document from a U.S. school that shows you've been accepted and plan to study there.
Here's my passport and I-20 form sponsor/sponsoring. A sponsor is the person who pays for your studies. It could be your parents or someone else.
My parents are sponsoring me. Tuition. Tuition means the money you pay for your education, your school fees.
My father will pay my tuition, living expenses. This means the money you need for rent, food, transport, and daily life.
We have enough savings to cover living expenses. Return to my home country. This phrase shows the visa officer that you don't plan to stay forever. It's important.
After graduation, I will return to my home country and work. Degree program. This is the course or program you will study, like bachelor's or master's.
I will study a master's degree in environmental engineering. Learning and practicing these phrases can really help you sound natural and confident during your interview.
Next, we'll share some simple tips to answer confidently even if you feel nervous inside.
Okay, now let's talk about how you can answer questions with confidence even if you feel nervous.
Yes, feeling nervous is completely normal. But with the right preparation, you can still speak clearly and make a great impression. Tip 1. Practice with a friend or mirror.
Say your answers out loud many times. Practice with a friend, a teacher, or even in front of a mirror.
The more you speak, the more comfortable you become. You'll start to sound more natural. Tip 2. Keep your answers short and clear.
Don't speak too much or give long, confusing answers. Keep it simple.
For example, instead of saying, "Well, I want to study because I think it's important for my career and the school is famous and I like the country," just say, "I want to study because this program matches my career goals." Tip 3. Use positive body language.
Smile a little, sit up straight, and look at the officer politely. This shows that you're confident and respectful.
Try not to fidget or look down. Even if your English isn't perfect, good body language helps a lot. IP4. Don't memorize word for word.
Yes, it's okay to prepare your answers, but don't sound like a robot. Speak naturally.
Understand your ideas, then explain them in your own words. It's better to speak slowly and clearly than to rush. Tip 5. Stay calm and breathe.
If you forget a word, don't panic. Take a breath and try again.
You can even say, "Sorry, let me say that again," and then restart. That shows confidence too.
These small habits will help you feel stronger and more ready during your visa interview.
Coming up next, we'll do another role play to show the difference between a nervous student and a confident student. You'll love it.
Now it's time for our second role play. In this part, we'll show you the difference between a nervous and a confident student during a student visa interview.
Yes, I'll play both students, first the nervous one, then the confident one. Jason will be the visa officer again. Let's listen carefully to how the answers change. Part 1. Nervous and unprepared student.
Good morning. Why do you want to study in the United States?
Because it's, a good country. I want to learn, many things there.
What university have you been accepted to?
I don't remember the name now. Something with tech.
Okay. And who is paying for your education?
My family. I think my father, he pays.
Okay. Let's pause here. As you can hear, the student sounds uncertain, nervous, and unprepared. The answers are unclear, and the student hesitates a lot.
Now let's do it again, but this time I'll be confident and prepared. Part 2. Confident and prepared student.
Good morning. Why do you want to study in the United States?
Good morning. I want to study in the U.S. because the education system is strong and practical. It will help me build a career in engineering.
What university have you been accepted to?
I've been accepted to ABC University in New York.
And who is paying for your education?
My father is sponsoring me. He owns a construction company and has saved for my education.
Much better. Did you hear the difference?
Yes. I spoke clearly, made eye contact, and gave complete answers with confidence.
So remember, confidence doesn't mean perfect English. It means being clear, calm, and prepared.
Coming up next, let's talk about common mistakes that students make during the visa interview and how to avoid them.
Let's now talk about some common mistakes that many students make during their visa interview and how you can avoid them.
Yes, even smart students can make simple mistakes just because they're nervous or unprepared. But don't worry, we'll help you avoid them. Mistake 1. Giving vague or weak answers.
If the officer asks, "Why do you want to study in this country?" and you say, "Because it's good," that's not enough. If the officer asks, "Why do you want to study in this country?" and you say, "Because it's good," that's not enough.
Instead, give a strong answer. I want to study in Canada because the universities offer high-quality education and hands-on experience in my field. Mistake 2. Saying you want to stay forever.
If you say you want to live in the country after graduation, your visa could be denied.
Say something like, after finishing my degree, I plan to return to my home country and work in the banking sector. Mistake 3. Speaking too quietly or too fast.
If you speak too softly or rush your words, the officer might not understand you.
Speak slowly and clearly. It's okay to pause and breathe. Mistake 4. Memorizing everything word for word.
You don't want to sound like a robot.
Understand your answers and speak naturally. Be yourself confident and honest.
Those are just a few common mistakes. If you prepare well, practice, and stay calm, you'll avoid them easily.
Next, we'll give you a fun challenge to help you practice your own interview answers. Now it's time for our listener challenge, and this one is really important.
We want you to practice answering 5 common visa interview questions out loud, just like you would at the embassy.
You don't need a partner. You can do this in front of a mirror or even record yourself on your phone and listen back.
All right, here are the 5 questions. Take your time and answer clearly. Your practice. Questions. Why do you want to study in this country? Which university or college will you attend? What course will you study, and why did you choose it? Who is paying for your education? What will you do after you graduate?
Try to answer each question in 2 to 3 sentences. Keep your answers short, clear, and confident, just like we practiced.
And if you make a mistake, don't worry. That's part of learning. Try again until you feel comfortable.
The more you speak, the more confident you'll become. You've got this.
Coming up next are final thoughts and a little motivation to help you on your journey. Well, that brings us to the end of today's episode about the student visa interview.
Remember, the visa interview might feel scary at first, but with practice and preparation, you can handle it confidently.
It's all about being yourself, speaking clearly, and showing that you are serious about your studies.
And don't forget, mistakes are normal. Every time you practice, you get better and stronger.
So stay positive, prepare your answers, and believe in yourself.
Thank you so much for listening. We hope this episode helps you feel ready for your visa interview.
If you enjoyed this episode, please like, share, and subscribe to the English Learning Podcast for more helpful lessons.
Good luck with your visa interview and your studies abroad.
See you next time.